Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the bantamweight fight between Gustavo Lopez versus Heili Alateng. And how I see this one right here. So when I look at Heili Alateng, I see a fighter, got some pretty good strength on him. Definitely more of a grappler, wrestler than a striker. So I'm saying a fighter that's trying to branch out from being a one-dimensional lay and prey wrestler. Not the greatest submission skills, not the greatest chain wrestling, but strong, some decent low-level wrestling, passable power, and that's about it. He's a stiff on the feet guy, like a low tier overhand right, and not a whole lot working with him. He can be durable at times, take a lot of damage, but and also see a trend of him to get outstruck by literally every single person he's fights that's any bit decent. He gets outstruck by them. So I'm saying the trend there. Then going against Gustavo Lopez, you might look at his takedown defense. You might say, oh, he has like a 23% takedown defense ratio, but that's like heavily factored on the fact that he fought Merab Dvalishvili, and I think it was more impressive the fact that he got up that many times to be taken back down by Merab Dvalishvili, or Dvalishvili, but yeah, Dvalishvili, and I think I took him out like 13 times in the fight. We gotta realize Merab Dvalishvili is on a different level than 99.9% of wrestlers in all of MMA and all of MMA history. That man can wrestle like all day long. He could deny you could deny his shot. He could go for a high amplitude takedown, whatnot, and this guy will keep going and keep going, and like you could defend his takedowns, but he gonna keep going. Maybe till he gets to the point where he just gets so old and then he wears down or gets injured or something. But so right now, that man's wrestling cardio is monstrous. Like his wrestling cardio is insane. So the fact that Gustavo Lopez did make him had to really work for those takedowns, at least in the early rounds or early round, and the fact that he still was able to get up in every single round and had to make the violence really work, it shows that his wrestling defense is actually pretty solid. And I don't think Alateng's wrestling is anywhere near Dvalishvili. This is my opinion. I don't think it's anywhere near where Dvalishvili's takedown the offense wrestling, offense or defense is or skills. I don't think anywhere near Merab. I think Merab's on a whole different playing field. This whole different field. So the fact that he can at least somewhat, and the fact that was on short notice as well. The fact that he can at least address the wrestling, well, not address, but that the fact that he was able to make Dvalishvili work like that and work for those takedowns, also coming on short notice and whatnot for that fight, and starting with submissions and whatnot off his back. I just feel like I think he'll be prepared enough for what Alateng brings. He ain't bringing nothing that he hasn't seen before, so I feel like he's going to be expecting that Alateng's going to be telegraphing his wrestling, ain't really going to be bringing too much with his hands. I just think Gustavo Lopez will be more active. I think he'll be the cleaner, more fluid striker, and be able to take advantage of a guy who's coming with a predictable game plan. I'm not saying he'll shut down all of his takedowns, but I think he might score some of his own takedowns in this fight, and I think he'll be ready to address the takedowns if they do happen. So I think he'll be able to defend more off most of those takedowns. I think he'll be active with his back, trying to throw up submissions, get back to his feet, scramble, hit sweeps, and work back to his feet, and to stay active, outland him. And like I said, Alateng has a tendency, or from current track record, like he gets outstruck by every single person he fights. I think Gustavo Lopez is the more technical striker between them. I'm not saying Gustavo Lopez is such an amazing striker, but I think he packs more power. I think he's more fast. I think he's more fluid, has a better arsenal, better fundamentals striking. I think for the fact that he'll be able to get up, like I said, address the wrestling, be able to outland him. Probably still be a pretty close fight, but I think he'll be able to simply address the wrestling for the most part, be able to outwork and outlast him, and take advantage of a predictable game plan from Alateng. So in this one, I have Gustavo Lopez via decision.